As a assignment 1 for the HCI course, we were asked to find out the problems in Bekushal website and to create a prototype by resolving those problems. So as a first thing we do, we all group members sat together and discussed the problems in the website and created an affinity map. This is our affinity map which shows the UI UX problems, quiz problems, subject selection problems, and the other problems. And the next thing we did was to collect the user personas. We have collected three different user personas. This is a persona 1 of student named Rahul. He's so much passionate about his he's so much passionate about learning new things. So he he's searching for a website where he can learn things in effectively, and most of he has several problems. His problems are most of the websites are asking for the payment, and majority of these websites have poor testing procedures. So he needs a website with a good interface, high security, and where it is easy to learn. And these are his preferred subjects and his personality details. This is another persona of a professor named Raghav Sharma. Raghav Sharma is a professor. He finished his PhD and he's searching for a website which could test his students in a fair process. Like most of the website, he's facing a problem that most of the websites could in most of the websites his students could still copy and could still submit the test even the allotted time has passed out. And the goals, this is a persona of a professor named Raghav Sharma. His goals are to teach his students in an efficient way, to set up an exam in a way that it is highly challenging for the students to cheat. And he faces several problems, like it is very difficult for him to frame the questions in a correct manner, and students could still turn in their test even after the allotted time has passed out. And he's searching for a website which could which has a fair testing process, high restrictions to cheat, and for each student to use, easy for the students to use. And these are his preferred subjects. And this is another persona of a student named Hemchandar. His goals are to get a permanent job, to grow in his professional field, and to find an easy and efficient way to get different certifications. His problems are majority of these websites asking it made it compulsory for their visitors to watch the all tutorial videos and to complete all the practice questions before taking the final examination. So Hemant believes that it would be waste of his time because he was already familiar with those subjects. Hemant is a student looking for a long-term job. He has a lot of knowledge about the computer science and coding part, but he doesn't have any certifications related to them. So he has enrolled to most of many online courses to get their certifications. So most of the online courses are asking him to watch the videos and to practice the questions before he could attempt his final test. And Hemchandra believes that it is waste of his time to do all these to watch all these videos and to complete all these practice questions. So he's searching for a website which has good interface, less restrictions, and direct access to the final test. And here are his preferred subjects. And the next thing we do was we create to explain this problem, we created a storyboard. And this is the story UX design storyboard of a student named Roy. Roy wants to acquire a legitimate certificate. Then he discovered a website called Bekushal. After seeing the website's UI and discovered time-consuming irregular connections between the Self Siksha and Pariksha portals. This is the UX design storyboard of our project. This is a scenario where a student who wants to gain certificates has saw this Bekushal website, and this is a story explaining how he went through all the problems. Like Roy wants to acquire a digital certificate, so he enrolled for the Bekushal website, and later he got confused between the UI design where it did not clearly mention about what is self siksha and what is pariksha portals. So he wasted most of his time there and got confused. Later he selected the course on self siksha and began to learning the course. During the learning process, he understood that he could switch between the tabs. So he switched between the tabs and tried to cheat. And in the middle of the MCQ exam, and he was confused because he was interrupted by the here is the UX design storyboard of our project of a student named Roy who wants to acquire legitimate certificate and then he discovered a website called Bekushal. Due to the improper UX design UI design, he got confused between what is self siksha and what is pariksha portals. So he wasted most of his time there. Later he selected a subject in self siksha portal and started to learn. Later he found out that he could switch between tabs and he could cheat. In middle of the exam, he was interrupted and unable to access the customer service tab. His progress was not saved. Roy got so much irritated and frustrated about this kind of action in the website. And here is a storyboard of student named Sagar. Sagar find it difficult to understand her coursework. She began studying on online portals bkushal.com after a friend's recommendation in order to increase her knowledge in her class. Sagar is unable to understand the concepts of machine learning and data science at the first step. And later she tried to explore a new channel. Then her friend suggested this Pariksha portal, and Sagar began to learn from Pariksha portal. She attempted the courses on it and achieved her first certificate, and her motivation has increased. She got motivated. Sagar attempted an online a course on Pariksha self Pariksha. Sagar attempted course on self siksha and achieved her first certificate, and this gave her a lot of motivation. So now Sagar could improve her score in subjects. Let's go to the prototype we designed. This is a this is a design of Bekushal website where the students can log in and sign up. And here it clearly states about what is Self Siksha, Abhyas and Pariksha.coms, and it also states how to get the ML certificates. So let's log into this. Here we got we also have a option to sign in with Google. So let's log in directly. So the user can sign up, or else we can also log out and let's sign up. So the user has to enter the details regarding the sign up, and after entering all this, the students can sign up into the website. And this is how the website looks like. So here we have the three options: Self Siksha, Abhyas and Pariksha, where we can go, and it also describes about the subjects and the topics in the website. So let's go to this Self Siksha, and there is also an option called Leaderboard, which shows the details of the students who scored highest in the among the all students. And we can even go back by clicking the home option. So let's go to Self Siksha, where the students has to select the subject, and it also shows the status of how whether the student started or how much questions have they completed. It is showing the rules of the Self Siksha, and after clicking start, the Self Siksha is started. The questions, here is the first question, and we can click save and next and go to the next question. To exit, we can click the exit button, and let's go to the home. Back, when we click back option, it also takes us to the home page. Similar, same with the Abhyas, where the students will select the subject and they can answer the questions. And let's see about the Pariksha. In Pariksha is a assignment course where the teachers can design the question, a quiz for the students, and the students can log in by entering the date of examination and the exam code. And let's go to the exam code, and it gives the instructions of the exam. And when we click start, it will take us to the exam, where it states the user's name, the subject and the time he started, and the time left. It also shows how much time has he's left for the student to finish his exam, and he can click next, save and next to go, and after completing the test he can submit it. And here comes a pop-up that the student has submitted. Let's click close option, and it took us back. And we also have it also has several options like the profile page, where it gives about the student profile, how much he has done in the subjects and what is his performance, everything. And the student can also go to the certificate page, where all his certifications will be stored, so he can download them whenever he needs. Thank you.